I don't know what to do with OBS. It just crashes on me. Anyway, okay. Status caddy. Okay. According to that, it should be up and running. That's weird. Oh, that's stupid. It's just not working here for some reason, but it does seem to be, it must be a caching issue. Cool. Great. Dude, I don't know what's up with OBS. It crashes every time. And then blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So the weird thing is, this app is working in incognito, but not in my normal browser. And whatever, I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Okay, so it is publicly accessible. So I need to go and see if I can add this thing back. So I need to assign Linodes. I need to add the Linode that I have, assign the Linode. Done. And I need to reboot the Linode. Okay, just so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Are you using WebSocket from OBS? I don't think so. There's a v4 endpoint that crashes v5. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. It keeps crashing and then asking me if I want to restart in safe mode, which I don't, because I finally got things set up so that I can look at OBS and see the chat from Twitch and YouTube, because yesterday someone yelled at me for not responding on YouTube. I also forgot to turn off my stream, so I ended up recording me sitting watching Theo for a while, which was dumb. So yeah, reminder, end your stream or stop streaming when you end your stream. But yeah, what was the question? V4, V5. I don't know why it's like dying on me. It's really frustrating because it happens every time. And I think maybe I just need to I could try just upgrading OBS or updating or whatever, but we'll see. For the meantime, I'm going to struggle through and just have a less than ideal streaming situation. I actually have someone on my channel that watches my streams and just plays the role of letting people know that I'm going to be back in a moment. So that's pretty nice. You know, I got people for that. Okay. People that live in other countries, and I go to their country, and even after traveling halfway around the world, they still don't want to meet me in person, but I don't hold that against them because I don't hold a grudge. I mean, why would I hold a grudge and mention it several months later? How do I give you a badge? Also, you're being very presumptuous that I'm talking about you, which is not a good look. Okay, my app is back on the VPC. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, even within the VPC, it's still working. Great. That's fine. I want my app to be publicly accessible. What I need to do now is I have a database that I need to connect to. And I'm not going to share that information here. TF demo. Okay. This one needs to be destroyed. And I've got a temporary database. Okay, how do I delete a database? How do I delete a database? Settings. Delete cluster, I guess. Okay, yeah, that's it. Delete that cluster. Okay, I've got this temporary database. I am going to I'm going to go ahead and show this information because it's not super important right now. So let's go to Qwik app. Let's go to source. I don't really, yeah, like the worst case scenario is someone puts a bunch of data on my database. None of it's going to be private anyway, so that's fine. Okay, let's see. What am I doing? In source, in services, in my index, I'm actually going to have this information. Okay, let's go burp as my password. Okay, so what I want is secret new database. No, I want the Postgres database from Drizzle. So Drizzle, let's go Postgres QL. Don't need neon. Am I doing Node Postgres or am I doing Postgres.js? All right, question for the chat. Let's see, chat. You're not mad at me then, but someone else. Yeah, exactly. And then you people mod VIP, you just /command it with their chatting. So I can give you, I don't know what mod does. It feels like it would give you privilege to like control the channel. It's not gonna make dedicated promises. Okay, but you can have VIP. Do I do /VIP? Stony Eagle, and I guess that should probably be just on Twitch. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that works correctly. Let's go Twitch / Hey Austin. I think I have to do this from the actual Twitch thing. Pinning comments, starting polls. Oh, okay. So mod isn't even that like. No, VIP. Grant to Stony Eagle. Bam. You have added Stony Eagle as a VIP of this channel. Hey! Look at that. You got a little VIP thing. There you go. Don't say I never did anything for you. Also, that's your Christmas and birthday present. I had to combine them because, you know, it's kind of a big deal. Okay. Let's go database stuff. So, question for the chat, which currently is just Mr. Stoney. What order do you think this is? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Because I'm going to use one of either of these, either Node Postgres or Postgres.js. And this is the fastest, fully featured Postgres. Probably this is the one I want, to be honest. One of them has an official website, npm install pg, which I think is what more projects use that I'm familiar with. But I have used also Postgres.js. So I'm going to use Postgres.js. You still don't see it. Oh, well, yeah. I did see it. So yeah, what do you think? Is it, what do we have? 1, 2. So is the order, by columns or by rows? You're not a fan of NoSQL databases. Well, good. We're not doing NoSQL today. Let's see, into my Qwik app, install Postgres. Cool. I'm going to stick with Postgres.js. I have Drizzle ORM. I have Drizzle Kit. It should look something like this. Which means in here, burp. So instead of that, and instead of that, and I don't think we need that, we can bring this down somewhere. We'll just say like there. Yeah, that's fine. And then we've got Drizzle, we've got migrate, which I don't think I'm going to run a migration. Where's the migration client? Okay, that's weird. Okay, and then, oh, the migration client, which is, that's interesting. I don't want that. I do want that. What do I mean? WDYM? When did you I'm trying to come up with what that acronym might stand for. WDYM. When did I murder? Because I am freaking killing it right now. That's what you're saying. Thank you for the compliment. Really appreciate that. No, what I am trying to do, that's not what I wanted. What do I mean is if I come here, we have 7 items to choose from. Okay, let me back up and say where my mind went with this. For some reason, the order of these feel like, what is HTTP proxy? PG proxy. Example of server implementation. I have no idea what this is for, but okay. Back to what I was saying is the reason why this question, why it's important. It's not important, but the reason why it was relevant is I kind of assume that these may be in some sort of blessed order. And there are 7 of them, and it's difficult for me to tell what the order is. Clearly, or most likely, at least in like Western culture, which I'm pretty sure the Drizzle team is from and following, considering they're reading left to right and top to bottom, the order would start with number 1 being in the top left. Now the question is, which one is number 2? Is it 1, 2, or is it 1, 2? Does it go in terms of columns, start at the top left, then go to the top right? Or is it in terms of rows, start from the top left, then go to the next one in the left, then the next one, then the next one, and then wrap the columns? Actually, there's probably an easy answer, and that might be revealed here. Okay, we have a grid, 1, 2. At least in terms of source order, it's Postgres.js. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which, yeah, exactly. Which suggests to me that Postgres.js is the second in the list, so the second recommended. Also, I don't think it's going to make much difference for my app that is just a demo app and not actually going to be used, but I don't know. I like to use the tools that I'm going to use. So we've got Postgres anyway. We've got that db equals okay. I think I've got that set up correctly. I do need to set this up. So my host, I don't think I need that. I don't need the port. What I'm going to do is cut you. I feel like there should be, let's see, Postgres. Import Postgres from Postgres. Let me look at their official website. Is this the official website? Okay. I think instead of using a query string, what I'm going to do is say const db user equals, and we'll do that, and then const db pass equals that, and then const db host equals, oh, this is so annoying. Okay. Somehow when I copy and paste sometimes it just inserts these extra spaces. I don't know why. And then we'll do one more, const db port equals, and that is going to be 5432. Cool. Now I've got that set up. I should be able to, there's more, so order, in what order they were added and not what they, yeah, I agree. That was more of like, this is so dumb and so pointless, but that was more a thought on maybe like subconsciously, you know what order you would put things in, because it's like the first one that comes to mind is the one that you would use, or at least the one that you use more frequently. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think it is the order of what is blessed. Also, I'm putting my tortilla blanket. It looks like a giant tortilla on my legs because it's a little cold. Okay, so what I want to do is see. It looks like it looks like I should be able to use a string. But I also should be able to do an object, and I prefer the object method for whatever reason. I also need const db name equals, and then we'll just do, what was it? My db name, something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Is this gonna tell me? So we've got host is db host. Database is going to be db name. We've got user is db user. Pass db pass, and then we've got port is db port, or I guess that would just be undefined. Cool. What is this complaining about next? Gave the following error: string is not assignable to type number, which is maybe the port. There you go. So, host, database, username, password, and port. And I think I'm going to have, right, because normally you'd have the username, the password, the host, the port, and then the name. Username, password, host, port, and then name. Not that it matters, but yeah. Const db cannot redeclare scope. Cool. SQLite. This is going to be the SQLite version. I think I'm actually going to pull this up. Up to there. And we've got here SQLite, Postgres. Cool. Okay. .env actually is going to be kind of a funny story. I will be using some tool for environment variables. However, this information right now can be hard-coded because it's not. This is literally a temporary database just for this stream, and then it's going to be gone. So this is just easier and quicker. .env I will be using. However, I am going to be using Terraform to configure my application infrastructure, and it uses different tooling for environment variables. And because some of my environment variables are actually going to be generated at the time that the infrastructure is created, I won't actually even know what they are, because whatever. Maybe I'm like, because if I randomly generate, if I deploy a Linode instance and install a Postgres database on that, I don't actually know at the time of authoring what the IP address is or what the host is for that database. So Terraform is going to be responsible for the environment variables. And then I think what I'm going to do is have a Terraform script that takes the relevant environment variables, or not even the environment variables, but the infrastructure attributes or properties, such as IP addresses, and is going to construct an environment variable file for me. So I don't actually dictate where the IP address is or where the host is. Terraform will, and then Terraform will provide those environment variables at the time of deployment. Pretty cool, right? So we don't need that. And then I don't like this name, query client. I'm gonna just call this. I'm just gonna call this client, because why not? Cool. So I don't think I need you. I'll leave that for now, because why not? You know, I'm even gonna make this. I'm even gonna do the extra work that I'm probably not going to need later, and just put this here in case I want it. So Postgres protocol, and then the user, the password, I'm just gonna do this. Let's copy that. Let's paste that there. Let's paste that there. Let's copy the host. Put that there. Copy the database name. And I'll put that in the wrong place. And copy the port. So there you go. No, oh, Stony, you changed your image, by the way. Maybe no. Sounds more like a nightmare. Being in the dark and praying it gets done right. Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of the game with infrastructure as code. At some level, for any layer of abstraction, you have to have that trust in the computers. And when it does go wrong, it does really freaking suck. But when it goes right, and more of the time it goes right, it is pretty sweet. Like, if you've ever seen me deploy something before, I've done everything manually up until now. Terraform actually is pretty cool. Like, I can spin up and spin down a whole stack. Compute, database, VPC, domain, routing, and configuring my server, my compute instance, with all of the tooling that I need to run Node and run process managers and install my SSL certificate and this and that. It's beautiful. And sure, you could say you can do that with Docker and Kubernetes and blah, blah, blah. It's fine. It's the same thing. Okay. So now I have my app. In theory, I have my app working. You redeemed an AI generation in another channel it was with, and the tool generated something really dumb. I mean, wait, is it? I actually can't see. If I go... No. Okay. Well, yeah. I want to. Ah. Ha! It's wearing glasses, and it's got some weird sort of collar above its feathers. All right. I want to see the original one. I really like the unamused look. Yeah. Okay. I don't need this. In theory, this should be working. In theory, this should be working, which means I should be able to run from my application npm run db migrate. No. DB, what is it? DB generate. Generate, push, and seed. Generate. Oh, no, it should not be running SQLite. Okay. Generate. I don't know. Generate dev push. Okay, so this should not be SQLite. This should be PG, I believe. Oh, 2FA is the worst. Okay. Snapshot data is malformed. Okay, I need to check my drizzle config. This is annoying. Cool. So this is my dev database stuff. Schema is correct. Driver should not be that. Driver should be PG. DB credentials. Let's move that up there and cancel that out. This should be SQLite. And Postgres, great. DB credentials, ugh, again. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna keep this forever. So, process env. This is the user, password, host, DB port, okay. I think that's should be set up now. Still malformed. Reading config file. That is correct. Drizzle meta. Okay, let's rm rf no dot slash drizzle. Pretty sure that's it. And let's try this again. Okay, no schema changes, nothing to migrate. Okay, let's push. Hopefully this works. I can use my database client to add a new Postgres database. Okay, let's do, oh no, no. Connect to, let's do, I don't know, Terraform, Linode project, sure. Grouped, read only, no, save password, yes. Username is that. Password is that. Port is 5432. Host is that, and database is my DB name. Cool. Connect. Doesn't want to connect. Connection timed out. Okay. I'm gonna save that. Ha! Because, oh, you son of a gun! Come on, because I had the wrong. Can I save that instead? Cool. Save that. What did I copy last? Yeah, my host 5432. Come on, Stony, you're supposed to catch me on those things. MySQL. Good on VS Code for having these icons, because that's the only reason why I caught it, or that's the reason why I caught it immediately. Password is that. That's the same. Database is my DB name. Let's try connecting. Timed out. Okay, save. That's not going to want to connect. What's this? Open a terminal. That's cool. What? No. Okay. So Stony is dead today. That's all right. Stony got VIP today. All right. Opening Discord. Oh, nice. There you go. So yeah, there's something really weird about this image, and that is that this bird is presumably has feathers and is wearing a collar that buttons down. So like, does the rest of the collar thing here, like, is this eagle wearing a shirt that itself has feather prints on it? Or is it, I love the fucking red, white, and blue, because of course. Or is this eagle, and does it have, it doesn't really, it would be nicer if it had like, what is it, bloodshot eyes. But the question is, I think I'm going to lean with this one. It's not wearing a shirt at all. Like this is its actual feathers, right? But it has this collar wrapped around its neck that just has like buttons, and it's just like, it's just the shirt material for the buttons, but it just like loose. It's almost, it looks like a tie of just shirt buttons. That's what I think. Whoa, we got a few people coming in. Ayo, first thing I noticed in your webcam was the YouTube play button. How'd you get that? Oh, I broke into someone's, I was stalking this YouTube influencer for a while, and I waited for them to leave. And I had watched long enough that I knew they were like, they had kind of the same routine. So I knew I had enough time to go out, and they actually, the front door was locked, but I was able to get through the gate, which was unlocked, and then the back door was left open. And then I kind of had to scout out the house a little bit to know exactly which room the studio was in. And sure enough, they had it there. And that's all made up, by the way. That's not actually true, in case it wasn't obvious. Yeah. Oh, mushy peas. Yo, Todd Libby. Giving a throwback shout out to the inside joke. Love it. Those things sound so disgusting, but they were actually really good. No, the YouTube thing back there, that actually, where is it? That actually kind of Fire Festival. Oh my God. It was that trip, wasn't it? Oh, that's right. No, that I actually probably don't. I'll be honest, I probably don't deserve this. This was because my team at Akamai, they actually acquired Linode, and Linode had done a lot of the work to get us to like, we had like 500, I think we probably had like 300,000 subscribers at the time of the acquisition. And then big shout out to Andrew Stebbins on our team, who runs the YouTube account. He was like, after we started making some content and there was some sort of change in YouTube, he was able to just like figure out how to get up to 1 million subscribers. So it was really freaking cool. And as a reward, YouTube sends out these plaques, and we were able to order some and get some for the team. So I can only take a very small amount of credit for participating, but since we're here, I will do a shout out to the YouTube /Linode channel, or the Akamai developer, like at Akamai developer. I do have some really cool playlists on here, particularly in the most recent thing that I've launched, which is like working with OpenAI to build an application with Qwik. And there's 8 videos in the series, and eventually we don't just build it, but we actually deploy it and launch it, which I wish more content creators would walk through, is like the deployment step. And then there's one extra one on like architecture diagrams for like taking it to the next level. But yeah, hopefully that is a very long roundabout way of answering your question. 3D Cheese. Love the name, by the way. That is a play on 3D chess, right? Like a sort of typo play. Anyway, Todd, I popped in for a minute on your stream before I jumped on. It looked like was that D&D online that you were playing? Well, no, like I made one look at this. I made one playlist. I've had like 2 or 3 playlists. But look, all of these other creators and also the person that manages the account did way more than what I was able to contribute to. So yeah, small role, team effort, you know? But it was fun. It was cool. Okay, so I'm trying to connect to this Postgres database that in theory should be up. Let me I mean, it's definitely up. We can see the database here. It's in Fremont, California. It's active. There shouldn't be any sort of firewall rules preventing. So let's try this. I'm gonna try connecting through a client. Let's do Postgres. New version of dbeaver. Okay, that sounds great.